Jake Oettinger, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best goaltenders in the NHL, was pulled after just 2 shots and 2 goals against last night. Was this the right decision by coach Peter DeBoer, and why is it so difficult for a backup goalie to jump into a game off the bench and play well? There are some precise scientific reasons we can take a look at, and we'll break it all down in this video. First, let's look at the goals Jake gave up before being pulled. So Jake is going to have to deal with this puck wrapping down around the boards, and then he's going to have to cover short side and try to get back in front for a bang-bang play right in front of him, right in the low slot. This is a very difficult goal to stop. On top of that, I think Jake played this pretty perfectly. This is a bang-bang puck that crosses the center line of his crease, and he travels flat across the bottom of his crease to get to the other side. This puck kind of flutters over the top of him. This is a difficult goal to stop. This is certainly no reason to be pulled from a hockey game.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night.
Next clip, and Jake Oettinger is going to get scored on off of a short developing breakaway in his own zone off of a long pass from the Oilers' defensive zone. This is difficult to deal with no matter what. Any breakaway that starts inside of your zone off a short pass like this, really difficult to stop because you don't have time to challenge all the way out, get on your edges, and get momentum going backwards. You have to pick a spot that isn't optimal, dig your edges into the ice, and hope that you're strong enough to stay with this shooter. And Jake Oettinger actually stays with this shooter really well, but the puck slips 5 hole and actually catches the heel of his stick and beats underneath. Now, he gets pulled after this. Now, Peter DeBoer actually waves him back to the bench after the end of a timeout, as if Jake Oettinger should have known already that he was being pulled. He yells at him here, waves him back, and Jake Oettinger, look at the body language, he's completely deflated. This totally bursts his bubble, so sad. And that's the end of Jake's night. Now, was this the right decision? Let's talk about it. Now, there are a couple of reasons I might pull my goalie after just 2 shots against. The first reason is he's on a bad string of play, meaning in the prior game, he did not play well, and now he's starting this game off poorly. I would pull him, even if the goals were pretty solid. But in this scenario, Oettinger played the previous game very, very well and actually had an excellent third period in which he totally kept his team in it, so that doesn't come into account. Now, for these goals, in this game, if my goalie goes into the first period and gives up 2 bad goals, or he just doesn't look like himself on the goals he gives up, I would pull him, but that's not the case here either. Jake Oettinger gave up 2 goals, both of which were high danger scoring opportunities, both of which were very, very difficult to stop, and on both goals, he looked fine, he played them well, his mechanics were there, and he got beat very narrowly. He got bad bounces despite pretty darn good play. He was right with both of these chances, right where he was supposed to be, and got beat narrowly. So I just don't get this. I think you should have given him a chance to get back into this game. I think when he's skating away after that timeout, he's thinking to himself, here we go. Let's get my head in the game. Let's keep my team in it. Let's hold them at 2 and give my team a chance to win. And I think your best chance to do that as the Stars was to let Oettinger work back into this game. Now, why is it so hard for a backup goalie to come off the bench cold and play well? Here's why. Goalies utilize mental focus more than anything else. Constant visual attachment to the puck and a constant read of the ice for a full game means absolute focus with no breaks. The human body has a system designed for these situations called a fight or flight response. When a starting goalie warms up, they're getting themselves into what I'd call a sympathetic state, meaning their sympathetic nervous system is driving the action. It's perceiving an incoming threat, the game, and driving our levels of dopamine, epinephrine, and norepinephrine up. Now, these neurotransmitters do many things for us. They dilate our pupils to allow more light in, as our visual focus matters most when fighting for our life. They'll also increase mental focus. This is why drugs like Adderall work. They flood your system with dopamine, leading to that intense level of focus. These neurotransmitters will also stop the blood flowing to your gut and send it to skeletal muscle tissue, because we don't need to digest lunch when the bear is chasing us through the woods. We need to run, and so blood and oxygen have to go to our arms and legs. Now, it would be great if we could flip this system on and off at the drop of the hat, but it doesn't work that way. It takes time to rev the system up unless a serious, threatening, or exciting stimulus is present in front of you. A backup goalie does not have that stimulus. There's no game coming for him. And your body's very smart. It knows exactly what's happening when you sit on that bench, and it won't allocate precious resources to focus on vision and skeletal muscle performance if it senses that all you're doing is sitting down, not moving. It doesn't work that way. If you don't believe me, here are the reference ranges for your catecholamines, the norepinephrine, dopamine, and epinephrine. These reference ranges for a blood test change depending on whether you've been sitting, laying down, or standing for the last 15 minutes, because your body maintains a constant level of readiness based on external stimuli. You'll notice as well that there's a lag time to these changes. you see in the reference range is seated in parentheses for 15 minutes because it takes time for your nervous system to make these adjustments. Jumping off of the bench and into a game and taking a shot 1 minute later isn't so nice for us when it takes our nervous system time to rev up like this. Now, coaches are of course aware of this. They're aware of the risk reward to replacing your starter with your backup, and that's why most coaches will usually wait for 3 goals, or if it's going to be 2 goals, they're going to be bad goals. This is very atypical the way Jake got pulled here, and I don't agree with it.